Hello, hello. I've arrived. Artist, archivist, VTuber, and tonight. Can't think of a funny title to do with Guilty Gear, but anyway, I'm here. Hello. Hello. You can call me Tiberious Vanderfield. So yes. So, Guilty Gear. Let's see, not a whole lot to be said. I was initially planning on doing some competitive, and I might still do that. But right now, my current thought, I just sort of, in between starting the stream and starting the stream properly, I had the thought of, or rather I recalled, that I had been wanting to learn how to play Elphelt. So basically we're going to be doing that. But yes. So, beyond that, not a whole lot to be said. But yeah. Didn't stream towards the end of the week last week because of some business. Yeah, I was very tired at the end of the days when my streaming would normally happen. Yeah, just sort of some, mistakes in time management and things. So yeah, so I had ended up not being as prepared for the stream, or not being, Anyway. Use too much energy too early in the day to use that energy for stream, basically. Anyway, so, let's see. I feel like my microphone is not insignificantly louder today than usual. I did adjust the position of it a little bit. It might be a little bit too close now. Though, I don't know. I think I heard it picking up more background noise than usual as well. I don't think I would have adjusted my microphone settings, but it's possible. I did in fact adjust my microphone settings. So yeah, so it shouldn't have, I had adjusted the monitor, more specifically. Yeah, I had adjusted the part that feeds back into my headphones. So, that shouldn't have caused any difference for you. It just, was a little bit different for me. Anyway, so. But yes, so, anyway. But yes, this week we will be planning on more of sort of the usual, I should hope. But yeah, so again, Friday, if Sheps is available, then we shall collab. If not, I will figure things out. But yeah, I intend the next stream, if it is not a collab, to be another Arknight stream. But yes. And again, planning on Tuesdays, Tuesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays as of right now. And we shall see what the future has in store for us. But yes. So, that should basically cover us. Yeah, so, let's get into the game. Yeah, I'm going to start out just sort of in training. Just going to practice some Elphelt moves. Oop. Did I not set this up properly? I did not. Alright, we have game audio, it looks like. That's good at least. There we are. Okay. Anyway, Elphelt. Yeah, I wanted to play Elphelt back in Exard, but I never really got around to it. I played a very small amount of Elphelt. Yeah, mostly I played Leo and Ramlethal in Exard, though to be fair, I didn't play much of Exard anyway. Yes. So. While we're fun. Okay. So yeah. So, I have very little knowledge of Elphelt. I didn't have a whole lot of knowledge of Dizzy either, but I have even less knowledge of Elphelt. So I am going to have to look up some information to sort of get a general idea of what I'm aiming for my game plan. That being said, we'll go through the commands. So yes. So, usual command punch. Yes, command heavy slash or forward heavy slash. But yeah, I understand that this move is significant to Elphelt and her general play style. It feels really very strange to use in the limited time that I've used Elphelt in Strive. Yes. So, anyway. So she's got a projectile, as one typically does when one has a gun. Yeah, so she has two projectiles, I suppose, that use roughly the same input. But yeah, the projectile behaves differently depending on, you know, which version that you use. Yeah, in both cases, they do track the opponent. Yeah, after going a certain distance, they will stop, and then they will turn to face wherever the opponent is. Yes, so this one lets you go forward. It's sort of a dash with an attack attached, I suppose. I imagine that will be an important part of covering, or yeah, of closing distance. So yes, Bomb Chocolat. This is another one that feels a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Unintuitive to me. Yes, and then of course, Chain Lollipop, which we talked about before. Yeah, it'll be interesting to use this. I hope that people that I play against know how to deal with it, otherwise I'll feel kind of bad. I suppose I don't need to use it excessively, but... And so yeah, so not a whole lot other than that, just sort of, you know, the usual supers. You know, I'd always assumed that this was a, whoops. Is that, hold on, did I get the input wrong? No. I just misinputted. Yeah, I'd always assumed that this had a fair amount of tracking on it, but no, it is actually, yeah, it is just based on, yeah, it just goes a certain distance. So yes. So this is, I suppose, yeah, so this would be a more standard super, something I'd want to, or something that would be more normal to use, I suppose, rather than, this, hold on, what was the input for this? Bombomnia, double kick, okay. You know, I'm sure you can combo into this as well, but it's definitely a little bit more unconventional. I do wonder at sort of the circumstances where I would want to use one specifically over the other. Yeah, it apparently gets... Follow-up can be triggered immediately after certain moves hit. I don't know what the difference in damage is like, actually. So yeah, so this does that much damage. 120. Oops, nope, kick. 47 and then 76 total. So, hold on. 47 plus 76 is, whoops, that was, okay, hold on. 47 plus 76, 123. So, very, very small difference. Very, very small difference. Okay. Yeah, so given the relatively small number of moves that aren't Chain Lollipop, I suppose we're probably going to want to go for a reasonably large number of Chain Lollipops. Yeah, Miss Charlotte's we're probably going to want to use largely as sort of a, yeah, as a way to sort of get my opponent off guard, more so than as a way to lay on a lot of damage. But yeah, I think Elphelt was a little bit more focused on her ranged attack prior. Yeah. Yes. I think the most important thing will be remembering how to pull off the out of repairs. Yeah. kind of unrelated to anything, but slightly related, is that I've been using a PlayStation 4 controller for most of my controller needs throughout most of the time that I've had it, and it's always had an issue whereby the buttons, the share and options buttons, were just sort of like not super responsive, but they've suddenly become more so just out of nowhere, like today, which is nice. But yes, so I think we're probably going to want to do a little bit of, play against bots a little bit, so I can get an idea of what I want to do here. So yeah, it does look like I can... Okay, that's interesting. But yeah, so I can do each slash input twice. Whereas with most characters, you can do light slash into, light slash, close light slash into far light slash into heavy slash. But with Elphelt, I can actually do, since she has the command, the follow-up heavy slash, I can actually do a 4-hit combo with that. So yeah, so this, I would imagine, is probably a good way to sort of throw the opponent off a little bit. I'm sure you can actually combo into it in some fashion, but... Not bad, it would seem. Yeah, I don't think that hit. I get the feeling that it's probably not a timing thing. I imagine it probably just... I don't know that I can get this to be a true combo. It seems unlikely. Especially because even when I delay the timing quite a bit, they don't seem to be responding to this. Yeah. Granted, it doesn't necessarily need to be a true combo if the opponent doesn't block, but I'm not going to plan around the assumption that they won't. Yeah, so out of repairs to cover distance. Miss Charlotte's to Oak. Elphelt does have a good amount of range on her normals, it does seem, so that's nice. Yeah, punch is pretty short, but that's true of basically every character. Yeah, this does have an interesting... This is interesting in that it puts an opponent into a different state than you would expect from a... different state, just sort of in general. Doing that is the sort of thing that I feel like is going to throw off a lot of players. Heavy slash into Miss Charlotte. Granted, it does seem like... or crouching heavy slash, I should say. It does seem that more often than not, I am going to just hit them with the gun, or with the projectile, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. Okay, so yeah, I do have quite a bit of range on my normals here. Not that much range, though. It looks like I don't have... Unless I just missed my timing there. It did seem like my, Oh, okay. So yes. Yeah, as the enemy is getting knocked back... Yeah, as the enemy is getting knocked back, they can get out of the range of my slashes there. So yeah, so I am probably going to want to be as close as I can. And let's see. I should probably know how to use Chain Lollipop just in case. So yeah, right, okay. I was trying to trying to input different directions to change how it operates, but that's not how it works. So yes, so the kick gives me a sweep attack. And then, yeah, heavy slash gives me a finisher, and slash just gives me the sort of continuous normal. Yeah, and punch gives me an overhead, as I recall. Let's see, does it say specifically? Yeah, so punch is, yeah, multi-hit overhead. Yes, down low. Yeah, nailed it. Yes. So yeah, nailed it, if I remember correctly, always ends the combo no matter what step you use it at. Whereas if you use, say, up high or down low, they only close it if it's been used after another move, basically. And each time you use Here I Go, the slash attack, it resets it essentially. So yeah, so you can slash, punch, hit, slash, punch, you know, get your, yeah, you can get mix-ups that way. And of course, the way that the AI is set up, or rather the way that the training dummy is set up, they're always going to block when possible. This isn't necessarily true of the human, though. Because yes, they are not always going to be able to determine what you're doing. But yes, I do believe that this is, you know, this is a rounded attack, so enemies that are blocking or standing can dodge it, or can block it. An overhead can only be blocked by a standing opponent, and a low can only be blocked by a crouching opponent. Okay, so I can sweep into this. Yes. So yeah, so that ends it. And yeah, nothing else to be done about it. So yeah, I do imagine I'm probably not going to want to, if for no other reason than on ethical grounds, use this a whole lot. But it is a tool, and you know, it would be foolish of me not to use every tool at my disposal. So yes. So I suppose that's about as much theory crafting as I probably ought to do. Alright. I suppose the question is whether I should start reading up on sort of how to play Elphelt, or just practice as Elphelt first. I think I'd like to practice a little bit first. We're going to stay in training mode here. We're going to turn the difficulty down, just so I have plenty of opportunity to mess around as I see fit. And I should probably make sure... Okay, yeah, the opponent's tension meter is normal. Yeah, opponent's tension meter is normal, so I won't have to worry about them just using special moves infinitely. Alright, not bad. Not bad. Let's see, what's my... Okay, yeah, my jumping dust isn't anything too noteworthy. Yeah, I probably should be using out of repair to cover distance, given that's kind of what it's for. One thing I should have probably also checked is whether the two versions of Miss Charlotte have different properties, or different damage, rather. They definitely have different properties. Yeah. When possible, I would want to use... yeah, I would want to use the heavy slash to get out of the move. You know, the move? Yes. Chain lollipop, that's what it's called. And yeah, I should probably check to see what I can combo into my command slash with. Because yeah, it's got a lot of knockback on it, so I can use that to set things up. The only question is, what can I use to what can I set up off of it? Yeah. Would have been nice to have a little bit more range on the jumping dust, but I've got a lot of range on the rest of my kit, so maybe I shouldn't be too worried about it. Especially because I can, I can use my, I can use Miss Charlotte in the air, so if I want an aerial projectile move, I can just use my projectile move. Good range on the kick. Short range on the heavy slash. Alright. Yeah. Part of the thing, though, is, of course, you don't necessarily need to be doing very intense combos all the time. Sometimes you can just, use your moves and then land enough moves that you win, basically. But yes, I think a situation that more resembles an actual battle would probably, to a certain extent, be good for learning sort of strategy. Yes, the way that I would play with actual stakes would be fairly different than how I'm playing now. So yeah, so I can... It does seem... Pardon me, Kai, if you would be so kind as to sit still. Alright, I didn't do it that time, but I'm pretty sure that was just an input. Yeah, that was just an input thing. Or that was a misinput thing, I should say. But yeah, so I can combo that into out of repair, which has a good amount of... covers a good amount of distance, brings the enemy with me closer to the wall, if I see so fit. Alright, interesting there. So yeah, even before stun edge launches, that it is active, basically. It's not exactly an Elphelt thing to learn, but good to know, I suppose. I don't know if I necessarily want to bring my next to no practice Elphelt into directly into competitive, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess I don't care about losing rank. But yes. No, I've never done arcade mode. I should probably do that one of these days. Another thing I should do is I should probably turn up the music. Or turn up the game volume in general. Oops. Anyway, Elphelt. Let's look at the colors. Yeah, so this would be, this is based on her color scheme, on her original color scheme. Does she have any based on her Revelator 2 color scheme, I wonder? Oh, well, I was just talking about how my controller was working before, or working now, or at least working better than it was before, and now it's not working, so... Concerning. Okay, there we go. Anyway, the main reason why I was even thinking about my controller, or switching out the controller, is because, like I said, I have been using the PlayStation 4 controller primarily, but I haven't been using it exclusively. Recently, I've been mostly using a much older controller, a Logitech controller whose name I cannot recall. We'll go random. Yeah, I've been using a Logitech controller that is much older, and it has served me well over a good many years. But some of the buttons seem to be getting loose, and that the internal parts that hold the buttons in place are getting loose, basically. Such that if I press too hard on, say, the shoulder button, like the actual shoulder button will depress in somewhat. And I'm worried that if I do that too much, then I might get to a point where I simply cannot press the button. And this has actually happened before. This is precedented. Yeah, this is something that I have done before. I did fix it previously. Yeah, I did fix it. So, you know, I know that it can be done, but I'd rather not have to do that on stream or, you know, in the middle of a match of any kind, really. But yes. So Sin here. I don't think we've played against Sin before. There we go. But yes. I don't think we've played against Sin previously. Yeah, certainly I don't remember seeing anyone playing against or playing as Sin. I know that he's got some mechanics, but I don't know what those mechanics, like how they work. Like you can see he's got a meter there, and I think that has to do with a move he can do where he can like eat food. But again, I don't know precisely what to do, or like, yeah, I don't know how that works. I don't know what to expect about that. Not bad. Very good. Ah, hello there. Akurusaki. Good to see you.
Maybe you're a little young for this, Sin.
Yes. See if I can't turn up the difficulty a little bit. I don't think that the computer opponents are terribly difficult one way or the other. Oh dear. Oh dear. Alright, did I unbind something I shouldn't have? I think we're good. Yes, good to see more Elphelt players. Yes, Elphelt player as of today, basically. Yes. Ah. And I've. Let's go with hard, very hard. Lover? Yeah, I've also wanted to play Elphelt for a while. Wanted to play Elphelt for a while, but never gotten around to it, basically. So yeah, so right now I'm mostly just sort of experimenting around, getting used to the controls. Yeah, I was going to start looking up some information about sort of what I would want to try to do as an Elphelt player. But yeah, if you have any advice, I'd be happy to hear it.
That they cannot change society. So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts, heaven, or
So,
hell.
yeah, semi-decent Elphelt player, can definitely tell you what to look for. Alright, sounds good to me.
Let's assess your threat level. Phew. Promotion isn't easy, but I might as well enjoy it.
Alright.
Versus Giovanna. Duel 1.
So yeah, so I've already noticed, you know, Elphelt's got a pretty good amount of range on her. Yeah, pretty good amount of range and a lot of, yeah, yes, low-key everything you look for ultimately ends up with Rebecca one way or another. Fair enough. I was kind of, I'd somewhat come to that conclusion earlier. Yes. Alright. Raw super, not necessarily the best strategy out of the bot, but, you know, what can you expect? So yeah, so I'm guessing I probably want to set up a lot of situations where I can chain Lollipop in the corner, basically. Yes. So yeah, again, against a human player. I was talking about it before. Whoop. I do love that line from Giovanna where she just says, "I'm throwing you." Fair enough. Alright, anyway. Alright. Challenged my dash with their own dash. But yeah, you know, you want to carry them into the corner where you can start doing that, basically. Yeah, always go optimal neutral, far slash 5H Rekka. Alright. Alright. Oh. Yeah, 5 far slash, yeah, 5H Rekka. Yeah, I'll try to keep that in mind. But yeah, anyway, so as I was saying, so I probably don't want to lay on the chain lollipop too hard in against a human opponent, because they will probably at some point figure out what they need to do to break out of it. But they also might not. I certainly didn't the first time that I was playing against Elphelt, so. But that's not necessarily something I can count on. I mean, if it works, but... Yeah, sadly it's your main tool against humans. Yeah. I mean, I figured it's like your main tool. We've seen, yeah. Even when you do know how to, respond to it, it's not necessarily easy to respond to. Yeah. Not like infinite looping, but yeah. Yes. It's not something I want to get complacent on, I should say. Yeah, that's sort of more what I was trying to get at there. Yeah, I don't want to make my entire game plan be that. It's an important part of the game plan and something I should always be aiming for, but I don't want it to be... Oops. But yes, if it's the only tool in my toolbox, then yeah, if in the occasion where it doesn't pay off, I'm not going to appreciate it. Uh-oh. Alright. Yeah, not your only, like Rekka or Grenade, love Grenade. Alright. So yes. We were actually talking about Grenade a little bit earlier. Oops. Oh dear. Yeah, I was actually talking about Grenade earlier, and I haven't intuited what precisely Grenade is for. I've seen it be used a little bit, but I don't have sort of a solid grasp myself, I would say. Yeah. Don't have a lot of time to identify what Faust is throwing at you, so I need to be extra mindful of that when I'm playing against Faust. Whoops. Yeah, pretty decent neutral option. Alright. Of course, a lot of this will be contingent on me consistently recalling the input necessary to use it, but... I love how a lot of Elphelt's animations are very silly. Alright. Alright. I feel like if I was standing when I... Yeah, how long have I been playing Strive? I've been playing it for a good while. Since very shortly after launch, but I've not been playing it consistently is the thing. Oh. Well, I thought I might have been getting out of that unscathed, but no. No, actually. But yes. Anyway, so I've been playing Strive off and on since release. I got more into it back after Dizzy came out. Yeah, Dizzy sort of became my main after that. I've been enjoying Dizzy quite a bit, but yeah, again, I sort of got to feeling like I wanted to play Elphelt, and so here we are, basically. Yeah, funny enough, got it on Jacko release and quit until Elphelt came out. Fair enough, fair enough. But yeah, before Dizzy, I mainly played around the time that Jacko came out as well. But yes. So I haven't played it on stream a whole lot, but I also haven't played it off stream a whole lot either. Yeah, probably not a great opportunity to initiate Rekka there. Alright, oops. Yeah, the raw supers from these bots are definitely throwing me off a bit. Oh dear. Yeah, regular in fighting games? Not really. Yeah, like I've been a fighting game player for a while. very casual fighting game player. I would say Strive is definitely the one that I have played the most of, but I still haven't played it extensively. But yeah, you know, I've been playing Super Smash Bros. Games for a long time. Yeah, I've played every Super Smash Bros. Game. Played a few Street Fighter games, and by a few I mean, I guess, primarily I've played 2 versions of 4, and then a few matches of 5. So yes. Okay, there we go. So yeah, so that's a good way to get out of the corner, actually. It's a good way to get back into the corner if I'm not careful, though. Yeah, Strive was actually my first. Never played older games like Street Fighter 5 or 4. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah. The first fighting game that wasn't a Super Smash Bros. Game that I played was actually Street Fighter 4 on the 3DS. I don't remember what the specific title of it was, but it was, you know, whichever version of Street Fighter 4 that was. And it was an interesting, yeah. It sounds like a ride because it was. Yeah, you know, it was perfectly playable, but the controls definitely felt a little bit strange. Yeah, a little bit strange. And the very strangest part about it was the fact that you could map inputs to the touchscreen. And when I say you could map inputs to the touchscreen, I don't just mean you could map buttons to the touchscreen. You could map combos to the touchscreen. Like you can just map an entire move to a button on the touchscreen. This includes being able to, among other things, bind like charge inputs to buttons on the touchscreen. So you could like have like a, you know, one way to make it more accessible. That's fair. It did also allow for some strange behavior, like, you know, I'm sure you know, broadly speaking, what a charge input is, you know, where you have to hold in a direction and then press in the other direction and then press a button. Putting those on the touchscreen, the way it was implemented in Street Fighter 4, made it so you could do that while moving. So, like, you could, you know, put in a charge input that normally requires you to hold back for like a second and then press forward and, you know, press a button. And you could do that while moving forward the entire time. But yeah, that was interesting. I didn't actually learn about that during the, it was instant. Yeah, you didn't stop. You could do it while you were moving. But yes, that's crazy. Yeah, it's sad that I didn't figure that out until like, or I didn't learn that until like after I had stopped playing Street Fighter 4 for 3DS. So, I imagine Guile players got a lot of mileage out of that, but anyone could probably get a lot of mileage out of that because again, it's just like, even if it's not a, you know, input that requires you to hold an input for a specific amount of time, like a charge, like, you still get, you know, just an instant input. So yeah, so that was interesting. But yeah, anyway, so Strive, or rather the Guilty Gear games, are definitely the fighting game series that I've played the most. Well, close up there with Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Is definitely a very different beast from other fighting games, I suppose. So I don't immediately think of it every time when thinking about fighting games, but... Anyway, as I was saying. So of more traditional fighting games, I would say Strive is the one that I've played the most. But, you know, I've also played other Arc Systems Works games. I've played a bit of Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. I want to play the... Oh, right, I forgot that can damage Faust, but yeah. A lot of things Faust does can work against him. Whoop, 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 whoop. So yes. So yeah, when I'm in the corner there, rather than just going for the corner carry with Out of Repair, I should be going for the Bonbonnières. Of course, again, that is contingent on me remembering how to input Bonbonnière, which is not 100% consistent, but there we go. Alright, alright. Ah. Got a little bit too aggressive there. But yeah, anyway. So I played, yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus. I played a little bit of DNF Duel. But yeah, so in general, I've enjoyed Arc Systems Works fighting games in general. Alright, alright. I've got quite a few of the Guilty Gear games on Steam, but yeah, this is the only one that I've, like... Well, yeah, this and Exard are the only ones that I've played much. Yeah, sadly played way too many ArcSys games. Played so many ArcSys games. Oh, right. Yes, I forgot that picking up that trumpet was a good thing for me for a second there. Yeah, on strike against Drive, because the devs make me sad. Oh. Yeah, so... Yeah, why is that? Alright. Do I have... Oh yeah, I do actually, right. I was gonna say, yeah, I forgot that, yeah, Bomb in the Air. Or rather, I didn't forget. Yeah, Bomb in the Air is a way that I can trigger, the throw on Faust. Make too many fumbles, seems like they don't care. Yeah, I guess I haven't been keeping that close of track. Yeah, if you have more information, I'd be happy to hear it. Whoop, there we go. Because yeah, I know that, yeah, made Potemkin way too strong after messing him up and backtracking 3v3 game mode, no one plays, which release no one plays.
Can you keep time
Yeah,
with my pulse?
ask for all these different things we don't get. Alright, fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, I do remember the Potemkin switch, when they, like, removed his, Kara cancels. I remember that because I have a friend who played Potemkin quite a bit, who was also very upset about that. Yeah, I haven't been keeping super close track of sort of the developments. So yeah, and certainly this friend of mine didn't complain about Potemkin being too strong. Yeah, remove Kara cancels, buff him for compensation, give him Kara cancels back without nerfing him, like a top 3 character. So yeah, I think I might want to turn the AI down just a little bit, so I can spend a little bit more time focusing on sort of getting my combos right, rather than just sort of surviving. That being said, oh, well, alright. Ah. Right, I need to quarter circle back to Train Lollipop. I need to make sure that I'm... Oop. Alright. Unfortunate. Alright. Definitely one of my worst consistent habits is I spend a lot of the time I do tend to mash out of block. Really, I tend to mash a lot more than I tend to mash basically when I shouldn't be doing that in general. Alright. Oh, he's got the Faust. Or he's got the Horn. Mini Faust is going to be a problem, but I suppose I can maybe, yeah, trigger it. I was going to say maybe I should have triggered it sooner rather than later, but... Alright, Mini Faust there is really going to mess up my day if I let him.
Remember my bamboo?
Unfortunate.
Operation success.
That's it. Alright. Let's, like I was saying, turn the AI down just a touch. 'Cause, yeah, normal was definitely too easy, I think. Yeah. Very hard was definitely doable, and part of the struggle is probably just from the fact that Faust is kind of weird, and so it's hard to know what to expect from him. But yeah, again, I do want to focus a little bit more on getting a little bit more comfortable with trying to set up for my chain lollipops. Faust is definitely one of my least faves.
Mankind knew that they cannot change.
Yeah, Faust is interesting. Faust is a character that I feel like I would like to play, maybe, but not necessarily a character that I would want to put in the time to learn. At least not at this point in time. There's another character that I was interested in playing in Exard, but I never really got around to.
It wasn't me. Mine's gone too.
Elphelt.
Alright, alright. So yeah, you want to be more careful with or a little bit more careful with Ramlethal in certain instances. Because yeah, as we've established her, yeah, want to play Exard just to experience a harder Elphelt. Yeah, definitely, Exard was a lot, it was a lot more complicated in general as a game. Whoop. Drop the input there. Because yeah. Alright. Yeah, I could have done a lot more off that, but we did win, so. Not bad, not bad. But yes. I do know that Elphelt was fairly different in Exard. I don't remember the precise details of it. Yeah, that was probably a situation where I would have wanted to use Out of Repair. Yeah, so you may be noticing me using a lot of, yeah, Stan's character in Exard. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because, like, she could pull out her, she didn't always have her gun out, and she could pull it out to, change up what moves she could do. Not sure why they abandoned that. I don't know, I imagine in general, a lot of the characters are fairly different from Exard to Strive. Yeah, every character has been simplified a fair amount. Yeah, Strive is definitely a much simpler sort of game compared to Exard. Yeah, there's less to, characters generally have fewer inputs and less complicated mechanics. Or rather, they have fewer, specials. Yeah, fewer specials and less complicated mechanics. Which is definitely was something that made it a little bit more, a little bit easier for me to get into compared to Exard, which felt a little bit daunting. Yes, again, I probably could have played it, but given that, again, most of my experience with traditional fighting games came from beating arcade mode in Super Street Fighter 4 on the 3DS, like, twice. Before that, yeah, you know, I didn't have a whole lot of grounds to be, yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of knowledge of fighting games, and yeah, I don't know. Again, having one that's a little bit simpler made it a little bit less daunting to get into, basically. Not bad, not bad. So yeah, definitely this has been a little bit better for solidifying the inputs in my mind. Alright, yeah, that was too far away to start Chain Lollipop. At least it's at least too far away to start it safely. Yeah, I've also played a little bit of BlazBlue, I suppose. I played a little bit of a few Mortal Kombat games, but not an extensive amount of any of them. Most of my experience playing Mortal Kombat comes from when I was in college. At the dorm, every now and then, some folks would organize a Mortal Kombat tournament, and basically nobody there had any real experience with fighting games other than me. And even then, the extent of my experience at that point was more or less just that I knew how to consistently pull off a quarter circle input. But even that, you know, made me probably the most experienced player. So I usually would win those tournaments. I think I lost one of them. Yeah, this would be a good time to bomb. There we go. Yeah, would have been a little bit better sooner, but yes. Bomb is a good way to, good way to change the, change sides when I need to. Yeah, surprising they didn't set up tournaments for a game people, surprising they set up tournaments for a game people didn't really know how to play. Again, you know, it was a tournament, but it was mostly just sort of an excuse for people to get together and sort of hang out. Like, you know, there were prizes, but it was like you get a little gift card or something like that. So it wasn't anything too dramatic. You know, this was not a climactic tournament. This was more or less just an excuse for people to play video games together. So yes. At any rate, I don't know that there were a whole lot of games there that, you know, would have had better pull, necessarily. Because, yeah, again, this was very much a casual thing. This was a, you know, thing that they did for the dorms. It wasn't just sort of like a tournament that happened to be hosted on campus. Alright, fair enough. I can respect the raw super. I've been known to indulge in such a little from time to time. Would have expected a game like Smash. Fair enough. Yeah. Maybe that would have made a little bit more sense, but I don't know. I think it mostly just came down to what games the tournament organizers had, and it just so happens that the person who organized the tournaments had a Mortal Kombat game. Actually, oh no, right, it was Injustice. Not that that changes a whole lot, it's still, you know, similar in a lot of ways. I'm sure that there are distinctions between Injustice and Mortal Kombat, but they're similar enough that I've forgotten the difference, or at the very least, you know, since I haven't played much of either. Actually, now that I think about it, I think they did ever played Mortal Kombat or Injustice. Fair enough. I think they actually had, they did have both at various times. But yeah, it was always one of those two, I think, though. Yeah, there were other events occasionally. Whoops. Unfortunate. Yeah, were other events for video games from time to time, but those were sort of what the dorm tournaments were.
Sorry. I'll buy you a burger to make up for it.
Yeah, so I played a little bit of Mortal Kombat. Definitely not a lot. I don't know a lot about Mortal Kombat. I don't know a whole lot about Injustice. I played a little bit of both. I played a little bit of, I think there was like before like Injustice was a series unto itself. I think there was a Mortal Kombat versus DC fighting game or something like that. And I played that. Like, I played that not extensively, but I played it. Trying to think.
Rebellious phase, huh?
Marvel vs. Combat, or Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I played.
If anything, I'm revolting against my old
Yeah.
self to find a new
Mortal Kombat vs. DC, are you sure it's not Marvel vs. Capcom?
Versus
I mean, I know Marvel vs. Capcom is a thing. I've played it. And I'm pretty sure that Mortal Kombat vs. DC was also a thing. I don't know, I might be messing up the timeline a little bit, but I'm pretty sure that that was a thing before Injustice. Now I'm curious though. Because yeah, I definitely don't remember that clearly. I'm very confident that it was a thing. Though, I don't know, it might be that they just put a Mortal Kombat character into Injustice, or an Injustice character into Mortal Kombat at some point. Whoops. Yeah. Probably shouldn't be using my specials just sort of willy-nilly like that. Anyway. So yes. What other fighting games have I played? There aren't any others that I can think of that I've, like, played more than once. And or at the very least, there aren't any others that I can think of that I know the name of. Yeah, the amount of times that bots use supers out of nowhere is crazy. Yeah. Like I said, I've been known to indulge in a raw super from time to time. I like to think that I do so somewhat more intelligently than the bots do necessarily, but a raw super is still probably not the best thing to be doing in any circumstance. Alright, alright. Alright, that's something to keep in mind. I don't know if I just had my timing off a little bit, but it did seem like Soul was able to... Oh! Yeah, Soul DP'd out of my... Yeah, DP'd out of Chain Lollipop there. The bots definitely also love to use Faultless against Chain Lollipop, which is definitely also probably not a great play. Oh, meant to sweep there, but oh well. Yeah, Chain Lollipop starter has gaps, so they can DP or reverse. Fair enough. Yeah, I had figured that was the case. You know, that's sort of what, you know, reversals are for in general, but... Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure.
In life and music, the more
Sit.
explosive the better.
Yeah, definitely feel like I'm, yeah. And also 6p it more commonly, bots will never do that, yeah. Yeah, 6p is sort of the strategy I learned. Yeah, that is sort of the... Yeah, I remember I was haunted by the specter of Chain Lollipop after I just got completely destroyed in the corner, unable to do anything about it for basically an entire match. The first time I fought an Elphelt online.
mankind knew that
And yeah, that was a haunting experience. And it was definitely sort of the first time that I really thought about, man, I need to learn the fundamentals of this game a little bit better. You know, I'd always sort of had that in the back of my mind. Happens to everyone at least once. Yeah. Yeah. I had that, the idea that I should, you know, actually learn how to play the game in the back of my mind for a while. But I never really I never really had a real reason to.
My marriage certificate.
Never really had a real reason to before that experience, I suppose. 'Cause, yeah, that is quite the knowledge check there. Elphelt setting off their fighting journey by getting infinite record is really funny. Yeah. I don't remember when that was. It wasn't on stream. I don't think it was it on stream. No, I don't think so. I feel like I'd remember if it was on stream. I think it was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I was playing Dizzy at the time, so I think it was probably in the time sort of around. Let's see. I don't think I played Dizzy on release. Or rather, I don't think I played Dizzy before, like online before she. I was about to say I don't think I played Dizzy online before she was released, but yeah, definitely did not do that. But yes, as I was meaning to say, I don't think I played. Yeah, I don't think I played Dizzy before I played Dizzy on stream. And I played Dizzy on stream pretty close to release, but I don't think I played her on release day, necessarily.
My mic is always hot.
But yeah, again, just that experience of playing against Elphelt and just having no knowledge of what to do. No idea how to respond to this move. That was definitely a moment that changed me as a fighting game player.
Mankind knew that they cannot change society, so instead of reflecting on themselves, they blamed the beasts.
Yeah, definitely, as far as characters to play against go, Axel is one of the ones that I struggle against the most. Probably. What made you choose Elphelt over Dizzy? Just a whim, basically. But yeah, I was originally going to play Dizzy today, but as I was getting the stream set up, I just sort of thought, or did I say was going to play Elphelt? Yeah, originally I was going to play Dizzy. Originally I was going to play Dizzy because I've been playing exclusively Dizzy since she came out, basically. But yes, I was going to play Dizzy, but then I just sort of, on a whim, thought, you know what, I've been wanting to play Elphelt, so why not play Elphelt? And that's where we are now. So yeah, definitely, I think, with Axel, probably the bulk of what I need to do is just learn how to respond to his specific throws, or to his specific moves, learn how to read them and things like that. Or not necessarily read in the sense of, anticipate, but be able to react faster to them. Because yeah, when I'm playing against an actual Axel, a human Axel, yeah, I very often end up, again, just sort of in the corner, unable to do much. Yeah, unable to do much. Because I don't know very well how exactly to respond to a lot of his moves. Alright, well, should have been a little bit more aggressive out of shield there. I think I should probably avoid, using the, my heavy slash out of chain lollipop. I should probably avoid using heavy slash out of chain lollipop if the opponent is using a faultless. Because that will send me a very far distance away. It's still going to send me a reasonably far away, even if I'm not using, or even if they're not using faultless defense.
So instead of
For those who are not familiar, that is sort of the purple, yes, the green aura. Yes, I've mentioned it before, but you know, when an opponent is using faultless defense, yeah, they don't take chip damage. You get knocked away further when you attack them, things like that. It is the same as a normal guard, except it is just more powerful, basically. It costs a meter to do it. Oh. That was a great opportunity for a switch there, Axel, and you didn't take it. Fortunately, the bot Axels are not sufficiently aggressive to cause me a lot of problems. Yeah, I should remember, yeah, slash, or light slash into, yeah, slash, heavy slash, chain. There we go. Very good. Indeed it is. Alright. Yeah, I think that Axel also has a reversal, if I remember correctly. Not that I can expect the bots to necessarily do that consistently, but... Let's see. Whoop. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yeah, it doesn't have a DP, but he has a metered one. Alright, fair enough. So yes, I do want to get into online here, but I'm a little bit concerned. I don't know. I'm not at such a high level that I'm not at that high level, I should say. Oh wait, whoops. Yes, finish viewing rankings. Online match. I want to test my mettle against fellow players. Alright. Yeah, tower's really bad system. Wouldn't put a whole bunch of stock in losing your rank. Oh, I definitely don't. Don't worry about that. I'm not concerned about it. Yeah, the only concern is whether I'd be like, whether I would be still learning, improving my skills as I go with this. So yes, that's it. Yeah, definitely I should study up on how to play against Axel a little bit more in the future. Or when oh, right, I forgot that I had the training mode bot on attack mode. Oh. Well, here's my chance to practice against Axel. We shall see how this treats me, but speak of the devil indeed. Alright. So they're probably a better Axel than I am in Elphelt. I can say that with a good amount of confidence. But will we be able to annoy this person more than they can annoy us? I get the feeling that the answer is no, but... Alright, not bad. Should have followed up a little bit more aggressively there. Oh. Ah, okay. Pardon if I'm not as talkative during this. Again, I'm trying to... Alright, yeah. Trying to learn a little bit as I go here. Oh. Unfortunate. Definitely that was a little bit late on my burst. But again, a lot of this is just not knowing how to respond to specific moves. So yeah, if I can get him in the corner, he's a lot less of a problem. But that's contingent on me getting him into the corner, which is not necessarily guaranteed. But it's going to be a lot easier if they keep jumping into my out of repairs. Alright, unfortunate side switch there. Alright. Probably shouldn't be doing that. Yeah, probably shouldn't be doing that just willy-nilly. Alright, alright. Alright, this is... Shouldn't be playing the distance game against Axel. Shouldn't be playing the distance game against Axel, unless the distance game I'm playing is the get rid of distance game. Yeah, I want to get Axel in the corner, even more so than I do basically anyone else. And especially so just because of me being me and my particular skill set. Yeah, it doesn't seem like they have great answers to out of repair, this Axel player. They've got decent sense on the, yeah, decent sense on trying to jump over me. So being able to anti-air more effectively would be good. Not bad, not bad. Okay, okay. Yeah, so again, I think mostly just sort of as a player, they don't seem to be able to respond as well to out of repair. Yeah, I think that my, oops. Yeah, definitely I need to stop them from doing that. Alright, alright. Alright, alright. Oh, alright. Meant to do an out of repair there, unfortunate. But it is what it is. Alright, alright. Alright, alright. Ah. Yeah, again, I dropped the input. I guess, yeah, last time it wasn't an input drop, it was just a misinput. Yeah, the air dash definitely seems to be their main way of responding when they're worried about positioning. Which, you know, fair. Because, yeah, I don't have a great answer to it as of right now. Yeah, I don't have a great answer to them air dashing. It shouldn't be the sort of thing that's terribly difficult to answer. I just am not used to answering it. At the very least, it's not as bad as the rest of the things Axel can do. Alright. Bad opening there. Yeah, I don't think about the air game a whole lot in this game in general. Which is definitely a bit of a mistake on my part. You know, given that one of the things that sets this apart from other sort of more traditional fighting games is the air dash system. You know, that's not super uncommon to have air dashes in fighting games nowadays, but yeah, one of the staples of this sort of subgenre is the ability to air dash. Alright, alright. Right, okay. You know, I was able to dodge both hits of that previously, but I forgot about it in that case. Alright. A peculiar mix of patience and panic there won me the day. Yeah, good stuff on adapting to his air dashes, thank you. Yeah, I'm definitely trying to keep an eye out towards identifying my weaknesses as a player. That was a little bit late on burst. I do have the advantage, so it's not devastating, but... Alright. Yeah. One thing that I do still need to address is definitely my fairly poor defensive game, which is probably a lot of the reason why I struggle with zoners, is that it's hard for me to resist the urge to attack, even if I don't quite have the range I should be looking for. Oops. Didn't mean to jump there. Alright. Alright, so... yeah. Wait for both hits. There we go. Ah. Unfortunate. Definitely think I learned a lot there. Yeah, so that'll be the end of our matches together, I do believe. Yes. Sit. Yeah, so again, I need to focus a little bit more on, staying a little bit more careful when I'm not, I need to make sure I'm not trying to take my turn too early. I need to make sure that I'm not committing too hard when in neutral. Ah. So it looks like we've got the same axle. So yeah, so this will be interesting. We've already got a little bit of information on this opponent, so... yes. So I need to be a little bit more mindful in neutral and on defense.
Mankind knew that they cannot change.
Need to be... I guess a lot of it is just needing to be able to pull off my inputs a little bit more cleanly. Alright, good. Got burst out. That's nice. Yeah, if I think that he's going to air dash, probably... whoops. Ah. Messed up my chain lollipop there. Yeah, if I think they're going to air dash, then I should probably... maybe want to use Miss Charlotte. So I guess that's probably not the ideal. Again, just answering aerial movement in general is something I need to get a little bit better at. Oops, unfortunate. Alright. Didn't see that coming. Alright, yeah, I was gonna say, it's definitely gonna air dash there. Ah. Yeah, that's the one that throws me off the most. Because, I always sort of think of, things like this. More standard movements of the sickle, but no. I need to keep an eye on it coming from behind me as well, along the ground. Yes. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, gotta go, but good luck on the rest of your matches. Thank you. Yes, I hope you have a fine night. And I hope to see you again. Yeah, I don't play a tremendous amount of Guilty Gear, but I definitely intend to play some more down the line. Yes, alright. Get him with a good chain lollipop. Alright. Yeah, I'm definitely in a good position here. So it's just sort of a question of not messing that up. There we go. Alright. Shooting the man in the legs with the rifle was the good move there. Oh. Alright, alright. Alright, alright. Alright, good crossover. Got a little bit too quick on the lollipop there. See, I lost my turn. Oh, that was a very bad burst. I didn't mean to do that, but oh well. We gotta play with the hands we're dealt. Alright. I probably should be using my super at all, but again, that's contingent on me getting into a position that would be good to do it and remembering the input. And I can do one of those things pretty consistently, but I can't necessarily do both. Yeah, so that was, I don't know, the other variant might be a little bit better, but in general, yeah, I don't think that's necessarily going to be a huge, yeah. Alright, looks like the Axel is scared now, so that's good. Alright, add air to air there. Alright. 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 I don't know. I probably well. I was gonna say, probably not gonna win that necessarily. Probably shouldn't be too cautious. Because, yeah, trying to play too carefully would probably just mean that I would get chipped down. Yeah, did lose a ranking there. Again, I'm not concerned about that necessarily. Alright. Alright. Good that we got the burst out early, especially because that means that they aren't going to be responding to my chain lollipops quite as well as they could be. Or at the very least, they can't get out of them easily. Yeah. So again, working on my skills of identifying which move he's using. Honestly, I might just want to like learn Axel one of these days, just so I can like have an idea. Oh, this is going to be bad. Yeah, just so I can have a good idea of sort of, you know, what Axel is capable of, and that would probably help me to respond to it a little bit better. Because, yeah, again, I was sort of saying reading earlier, reading the moves. Of course, in fighting game parlance, reading typically refers to predicting what the opponent is going to do. Whereas, again, my issue is reacting to the move, identifying the move that's being used, and responding appropriately. Yeah, that would have been a good time to bomb. Alright, they've got burst back. But I might be able to scare him a little bit. Well, unfortunate. I was gonna say I could maybe scare him into using their burst. I didn't realize that I was on the losing side there in terms of lives. We'll move, I suppose.
Move on to the next floor.
Fast learner with skill and intuition, you're already unable to enter half of the floors. Funny thing to say to someone who just got demoted, but... Oh yeah, I suppose I should probably double check what lobby I'm in, considering that last time it put me into a lobby that was pretty depopulated after I changed floors. I mean, I was in that. Well, I don't know. I was gonna say I was on that floor, but I did just get kicked out of that floor, so maybe. Anyway, so I think we're gonna go for a few more matches here. Yes. Anyway, yeah, random stage, random music, or yeah, random stage, automatic music. There we go. That's what I want. There we go. Okay. Didn't necessarily need to spend that much time setting it up. We've got a match queued up now. Just felt the rumble. Hopefully they... There we go. Alright, Johnny. Yeah, so we played against Johnny a little bit. I wouldn't say I have extensive knowledge of how to match up against Johnny, especially with Elphelt.
So instead of reflecting on themselves, they blame the beasts.
Do I have Aura Deliria set as my stage that I go to? Because I feel like we get this a lot.
You want to be a hero? Be the last man standing.
Alright.
I almost lost my marriage certificate. I mean, my show flyer.
Alright. Let's get this done. So yeah, depending on how long this goes, this might be my last. A bit aggressive on the first there, but if I'm able to convert off of that, that could be good. Again, I do feel kind of bad. I do feel a little bit bad trying to get into situations where I can just chain lollipop infinitely. I can only hope that my opponent forgives me, and if they can't respond, and goes on a journey of their own to discover what it means to be a fighting game player. Didn't mean to do that, but there we go. Pretty solid. Could have been better. Again, I did pull off a super accidentally. I've just been so excited that I can move again now that I'm not fighting Axel. Alright, so they've got pretty good air-to-air, or at least they are capable of air-to-air, which is not something that I've been tremendously effective at thus far. So yeah, so again, I need to, get in the habit of trying to use Bomb Bomb where possible. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Alright. Yeah, I could have taken that a lot farther, but not bad, not bad. Alright. Yeah, again, I want to use Bomb Bomb in the corner as a way to, cross over my opponent where possible. I like this combination of colors on Johnny, especially the way it makes the cards stand out. Anyway, alright. Alright, insufficiently cautious. Alright, good burst out of the Johnny. I got a good sense of what I was sort of going for there. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ooh, nice counter. Okay. Solid work. Solid work.
You should feel lucky.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Alright. I want to be a little cautious against this Johnny. So yeah, they've got pretty decent instincts. So yeah, again, I feel like the Axel we were fighting before didn't have great answers to a lot of the things I was doing. But the problem was my answers to the things they were doing were even worse. Yeah, I feel like this Johnny has both the skill and the courage to try and answer me a little bit more so than that Axel did. Alright, so this should win us the round. Pretty good. Fortunately, it does seem that they're also, at the very least, I don't know if it's that they're doing anything necessarily wrong with their aerial game, but I feel like it's a little bit easier for me to deal with. Maybe just because I've been thinking about trying to counter aerial moves for a while longer at this point. Alright. So I don't want to get reckless. You know, when you're close to winning the round, it's very easy to get to a point of like, oh, I just need to get one more hit. I need to get in and get that one more hit. But that'll do a lot more harm than good a lot of the time.
Duel 1. Let's rock.
Unfortunate. Not bad. Alright, yeah, that was definitely too far away. Yeah, too far away. Getting a little bit too aggressive there. Not bad, not bad. Oh, unfortunate. But yes, I was wanting to try and set up a bomb there, and if I did, that probably would have been good. It would have been pretty effective, but yeah, would have been probably pretty effective. I don't know if it would have won me the round, but it definitely would have gotten me a lot closer than I ended up, which was not winning the round. Alright, so now they've learned that I'm not going to respond consistently to throws, so... Not bad, not bad. Alright. Very good, very good.
Elphelt with Duel 3. Let's rock.
Yeah. This definitely feels like a very appropriate climactic final battle. Whoever loses this match, the audience definitely wins. And I, for one, am going to be pleased with whatever the outcome is. Alright, nice, nice. Leaned a little bit too hard into my idea of wanting to counter throws there. Ah. Yeah, if I can... Well. Unfortunate. Yeah, I was gonna say, if I can get a good, solid hit, I can cancel into a super.
Lady Luck, the
Very good, very good. I really like that. But yes. So, with that though, I think I am going to wrap up like I was saying. Alright. Main menu. And then on this side, we shall wrap up the stream. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yes, I definitely think that I'm getting a little bit closer to being able to stream longer. Yeah, I'm definitely, I'm definitely feeling it a little bit more in my throat, but I'm not feeling. Yeah, my endurance is improving, I would say. I definitely feel like my endurance is improving. But yes, so that has been a lot of fun. So let's start on other things. So, wrapping up the stream. If anyone has any raid suggestions, I would be delighted to hear them. If not, I can find a raid target on my own. Other than that, though, business. So, night has been Guilty Gear. Friday will be either the collab with Sheppy Sheps, continuing Coffee Talk most likely. Yes, the collab with Sheppy Sheps, or if the collab does not happen, probably I will be doing some more Arc Nights. Yeah, I don't know for sure what I'm going to be doing on Saturday at this point. We shall see. But yeah, definitely, if I only stream one more time this week, and I don't have any reason to believe why I would only stream one more time this week, we're definitely playing Arc Nights one way or the other. Yes, no matter what happens, we're going to be playing Arc Nights again. I guess that is to say, if we do the collab on Friday, then Saturday will also be Arc Nights. Or rather, Saturday will be Arc Nights instead. Anyway. Yeah, so whatever happens, we will play Arc Nights at least once this week. We will collab on Friday if possible. If not, we will not. And then Saturday will be contingent on that. Yeah, definitely need to get back into the habit of knowing how to go over this business efficiently. Yes, so, yes. Arc Nights, or maybe not Arc Nights on Saturday or Friday. Yeah. Friday stream, 9 p.m.-ish Central Time. Friday stream, 8:30 p.m.-ish Central Time. We shall see precisely what gets done. Yeah, it depends on what happens, Depends on a lot of circumstances. So, all that being said, I'm not seeing any raid suggestions, so I think tonight we're going to go and visit Physicist, who is playing some Minecraft right now. I'd imagine probably still playing the mod pack that they were playing the last time. But yes, Physicist. Yes, Brain in a Jar VTuber. Gone over and visited a fair few times at this point. But yes, Physicist. I've always got to remember how to spell it, because it is a little bit non-traditional. Physicist. Alright. And the customary raid message is, as always, we have arrived. We have arrived. There we are. And so, thank you all for being here tonight. I hope that you have had a fine night. I hope that you'll continue to have a fine night every night. And I hope that you'll be well until the next time I see you. Thank you all very much, and farewell. Let us get this raid underway.